Gang, today we're going to be transforming linear equations from standard form to slope-intercept form. So we've been working a lot with slope-intercept form. You are very aware that that is y equals mx plus b. Today we're going to take a look at equations that are written in standard form. That is ax plus by equals c. So the standard form of a linear equation is, like I just said, ax plus by equals c. This form is used to create equations in two variables and can be transformed to slope-intercept or y equals mx plus b form to easily graph on a coordinate plane. So underneath that I have the method that you would use to rewrite it. It is a little tricky looking, but it's there for you to see if you need to look back. As we're doing the practice, you probably won't need that to refer to. So transform the following equations into slope-intercept form and then write a sentence that explains how you would graph it. I'm going to do some with you and then you're going to go back and do the rest on your own. So taking a look at this one, we need to get the 2x over to the 5, which would be the y-intercept. So we're going to subtract 2x from both sides. So we get y equals negative 2x plus 5. I cannot put those together because they are not like terms. And now I have solved for y, and it is in y equals mx plus b form. So we're done with this problem. So we're going to explain how to graph it. We'd start on 5 on the y-axis, and then go down 2, because it's negative, right 1 repeatedly. So just making sure you have that in your brain, how you would then plot that equation if you were given a coordinate plane, which we're going to be getting into. All right, let's take a look at the second example. Number 2, again, we want to solve for y. The purpose of getting into y equals mx plus b is so that you can graph it. We need to isolate the y. So we start by adding 6x to both sides. We get 2y equals 6x plus 4. Then we divide by 2, divide by 2. So y equals, and both terms over here have to be divided by 2. So we get 3x plus 2. Now it's in y equals mx plus b, so we finished. We can write our sentence. Start at 2 on the y-axis. Then go up 3, right 1 repeatedly. Okay, so they're going to get increasingly more difficult as we keep on going. Let's take a look at the next example. Number 3, again, we want to get y by itself, so we start by subtracting the 4x. I need to make sure I bring down that negative sign, so I get negative 3y equals negative 4x. No need to bring down the 0. Divide by negative 3, divide by negative 3. So my answer is y equals 4/3 of x. And now that's in slope-intercept form. I just don't have a y-intercept, which tells me that this is proportional and it's going to start at the origin. So I could write start on the origin, then increase by 4, or go up 4 and write 3 repeatedly. All right, let's take a look at another one. Okay, so number 4, now we have some fractions, but we still are going through the same process of just getting y by itself by doing inverse operations. So we subtract 1/2 x from both sides. That leaves me with 1/3 y equals negative 1/2 x plus 1. Multiply both sides by 3. So I get y equals negative 3/2 x plus 3. And if I wanted to write my sentence for how I would graph this, I would start at 3 on the y-axis. Then go down 3 and right 2 repeatedly. All right. So hopefully you're catching on to this and you're seeing this is like solving an equation. We're just solving for a variable. So here we have number 5 is the last one I'm going to do with you. Uh-oh, please don't. Okay. So number 5, we want to start by subtracting 3x. We get negative 1/2 y equals negative 3x plus 1. You want to multiply by negative 2 on both sides to get rid of the fraction. Now y equals negative 2 times negative 3 is 6x, and negative 2 times positive 1 is minus 2. So there's our y equals mx plus b form. We would start at negative 2 and then increase or go up 6 and write 1 repeatedly. All right, so we're going to continue working with these types of equations all week to make sure that you get super familiar with them and can use them in real world contexts. So now you're going to try numbers 6 through, come on, computer, work with me, 6 through 10 on your own. Then check in with me to make sure that you're getting them right and move on to your exit tickets and your homework.